Hello, friends, and welcome back to another needlessly...
Hey, you're halfway there. I think that's good enough. Let's keep it in, buddy.
Frog in my throat. Welcome to Needlessly Nostalgic. I am one of your hosts, Tyler Nichols, with my other host, Lance Velchek. And yes, Lance, I will 100% leave that in just for you.
Yeah, you might as well. Might as well. I mean, you tried, and I think that the trying is half the battle sometimes, you know?
What's your opinion of Rob Zombie at right when as you're taking a drink? And I'll talk a little bit more to give you enough time to get that down.
I mean, listen, I remember reading the Arrow's review of House of 1,000 Corpses at least a year or two before it came out. So I was excited. Listen, I'm going to just be real honest. Rob Zombie was a time and place, and I will always have a soft spot for him. It was coming off of, I think, you know, the late 90s, early 2000s had that weird, we talk about this, that really prude, polished look, and having him come in and be dirty and gross and grimy was kind of punk rock, man. So, man, I don't hate him, and I know a lot of people do. In fact, every time our channel does a video of Rob Zombie, it does great because like 80% is like, fuck this guy, what a joke. And then there's like people like, hey, Rob, but it's that sort of divisiveness that works. I like him, man. I think he's fallen off. I think he's kind of run through, but I think in the end, he's probably always been more of a musician than a director anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I don't hate him. I really don't. I think he's fine. He seems like a nice guy. I don't know. I want to reserve my hate for people who switch out Michael Myers for Corey Cunningham or have Busta Rhymes kick him in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't have the energy to be like, fuck this guy because people swear in the dirt. It's like, I don't care. I don't know. Like, I get it. I really do get why people don't like him, but I don't have that visceral reaction myself. I think you do, though. All right.
I like Zombie as a person. I do not like his films. My favorite Rob Zombie film is The Munsters.
Oh, man.
I think that says everything. Yeah, I think I got through 31. I shut off 3 from Hell probably 30 minutes into it and it was not for me. And Lords of Salem is one of my least favorite movies I've ever watched. I hate it to such a degree that like it physically makes me angry when I think about it because it like tries to be art house and it's really not. And yeah, not for me. But I mean, I've had a time in my life where I liked House of 1,000 Corpses and I loved Devil's Rejects. I don't currently, but I don't hate them. Like, I really enjoy Devil's Rejects has a very good making of documentary as well as a really good commentary track that kind of shows that I don't dislike Rob Zombie with his, like, he seems to have a demeanor that I enjoy. I just really fucking wish that he would not cast his wife in every single movie that he makes because she is almost always the worst part about them. And so, especially when she's the lead, it can be pretty fucking brutal. That's, just my opinion, trying to be, political about this.
Fair. Apolitical. You're just trying to be, yeah, I mean, listen, you're not saying anything that I haven't heard that anybody has said. And I've said it 1,000 times. In fact, during this watch, I was watching the movie on commentary. And my wife was doing something in the other room, but like our rooms are like adjacent to the living room. And she hears a line from Sherry Moon Zombie. And I don't think she even was aware of what I was watching. She was doing her own thing. And she goes, "Who is that? She can't act." And I had to be like, "Babe, I know. I know, babe. We all know." I felt bad. I was like, she's trying, babe. She's trying.
Except I don't know if she is. I mean, I
think she is. Listen, here's what I've always said. I think a small little part with a very specific thing, she can't be active. She should be like a receptionist or something that has a couple lines. Yeah. But her emoting and that's where it gets rough. And the thing is listen, I love that he loves his wife. I'm happy. They seem happy. Like, in such a cynical world, like I want people to be like Rob and Sherry Moon. The problem is he thinks he has a a Katie and Flanagan thing, which I obviously probably came far after, but that's what he wants. And I want that too for him, but it's like, you don't. And the fact that he can't seem to be like, hey babe, you are a flavor that I could put in every movie and always have that flavor. But it's like, she's not the lead. She's not the lead. And that's 100% an issue, is that as he's gone on, she's become more prominent to where it's like, dude, your love is too strong. That's the problem.
I think that's a good way of putting it, because he clearly loves his wife, but she should be a supporting character and not have such prominent placement. It's
cameo.
It's fucking brutal. And like you, I watched this with commentary. I went pretty hardcore with this one, despite it being one of my least favorite entries. I did commentary, I did a normal viewing of it, and then I watched the 4-hour documentary. I believe it's called Michael Lives. It's like a day-to-day behind the scenes of like the filmmaking process, and it's really fascinating. And it's kind of the documentary that gave me more of an appreciation for this film, because there's stuff that once it becomes a remake, I don't hate it. There's stuff like Michael Myers just becomes Jason Voorhees and is like killing things like crazy, but like I have some big issues with that first 45 minutes, so we'll get into it. Halloween from 2007. This is written and directed by Rob Zombie, starring Malcolm McDowell, Brad Dourif, Tyler Maines, Sherry Moon Zombie, William Forsythe, Dave Ferrick. God, there's so many people. Where's she at? Scout Taylor Compton, Danielle Harris, Skylar Gisondo. Got to give him a shout out. Mr. Jimmy Olsen from Superman, and Christina Klebb, and Dee Wallace too. I'm trying to get all the like the main people. There's so many people in this fucking movie.
I know.
Like, so many people.
Wait, did we go over Clint Howard or Richard Lynch?
No, okay, fucking Clint Howard, Richard Lynch, fucking Ken Foray, Sid Haig also shows up at one point. Like, there's Adrienne Barbeau is in a deleted scene. There's just a ton of people that are in this, because this is kind of how Rob Zombie does things. He likes to bring in his group of people, which sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This one. Oh boy. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. Well. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it.
This is the opening I hate with, like, I love William Forsythe. I love him. Like, he's the bad guy in one of those fucking Seagal movies, and he's
Out for Justice, I believe.
Yeah, Out for Justice, and he's amazing in it. But I will crawl over there and skull fuck the shit out of you. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Which, like, it's so funny in the documentary. I think he mentions it in the commentary too, where it's like, apparently they like figured that Forsythe screaming like and yelling would be something to get the baby to like chill out.
It soothed the baby.
Yeah, instead the baby would immediately stop because it liked his voice. It's like, oh my God, that is so, especially when you then see what he's saying.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Oh man. Well, I guess we'll start off with, I disagree 100%. I remember seeing this in theaters. I loved Forsythe. I just fell in love. I was like, oh, I want the movie should have been about him. Like, I want to really replace Sherman Zombie, just have him the entire time, just fucking swearing and talking shit and hitting on the daughter and talking, crap to the kid. I mean, listen, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be funny, but I loved him. I absolutely loved him. I think this is the kind of character that, like, I immediately I'm like, okay, I'm already in. Like, I am fully in.
All of your favorite characters in this franchise, it's all like the biggest assholes.
I find them more interesting. Like, this, here's the thing about Zombie, and I know you're going to bring it up, so let's just get in front of it. His whole thing is like kind of white trash.
Yeah. Fuck shit, damn it.
Yeah. And so here's the thing. Like, I didn't grow up in it. I grew up very, it's like average middle class, a very quiet family, but my mom's adopted. So my what's it called? The immediate family, and then there's is extended. Is that cousins and aunts and uncles, all that stuff, right?
Yeah, what the fuck is that called? God, why am I blanking on this? There's someone that's listening. Andrew's listening right now, and he's fucking screaming at us. So some of those people were super white trash. I'm talking, listen, I've always extended family. Extended family
was 100% Irish and Italian. I'm talking Like, I can't say the names on air, but like they sound stereotypical from both sides. And so I didn't see quite this as a kid when I went to visit cousins and uncles and aunts and all that stuff, but it wasn't that far off. So like I find this oddly charming. I do. So I should just get out in front and say that I don't hate the white trash aspect of zombie. I find it kind of funny. So, but I think that's a line a lot of people have in the sand. We're like, no, I'm not feeling this. So as Forsythe, just super mean for no good reason, yes. But do I find him hilarious? Absolutely. In fact, I was like quoting him when we left the theater with my friends. We kept being like, Skullface. Dude, look, those flappy titties. It's like, I don't know. He's just a rude, crude uncle. I wish I had.
He's so fucking ridiculous. And that is a big divide because there's nothing I dislike more than trash. Like, call it white trash, call it any kind of trash. There's trashes in all races and all people. There's some kind of trashy people. Like, I don't like trashy people. They ruin movie theater experiences. They ruin everything.
I don't like them. Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't say I liked them. I'm just saying like this didn't bother me, but yes, I don't want trashy people in movie theaters. Let's get that out of the way. We're in agreement. Yeah. I want classy people in movie theaters.
Just like, but I feel like it crosses over where I just have such a disdain for them that then it's just, I can't then enjoy this kind of stuff. And that's why I've just never been able to enjoy these Rob Zombie films because there's always such trashy characters. It's not even like just the swearing, like, cause I swear. That's not a big issue for me, but it's how they talk. I really like dialogue. Dialogue's a big deal for me. And like the dialogue in this fucking movie is so just bad. And watching them do the table read, all I could think was like, I want to see the full video of this whole table read. Cause like, it's like, cause like there's some people who are like putting in everything. And then there's like people who like Sherry Moon Zombie, who she's literally just like reading the words. I'm like, oh God, I like need more of this.
I mean, the thing, it does set up what the whole movie's about, which I think is why people hate it. And I get it, which is Michael grew up in a trashy, abusive family. And, because really this is just Manson. This is Dahmer. That's all this is. It's just with the Michael Myers mess. That's the whole point of this. It's demystifying the killer, which I've always been very honest about. I get why people like hate it for that reason, because it's again that this is not trying to make Michael the boogeyman. It's like no, he just was abused. He came from a shitty family. He had a screw loose, and this is it. And that's them setting up like even as a kid, he's like cleaning off the blood because he kills animals. I mean, it's on the nose. I'm not going to deny it. It's not subtle.
I think one of the big issues too is that I think Dag is very poorly cast. Our young Michael Myers, I think, does a very. I can't believe him in any situation in this film, like when he fucking kills Daryl Sabara, the Spy Kids bully. Where it's just
I never knew the kid was Spy Kids until I heard the commentary, and I'm like, holy shit! It absolutely is a kid from Spy Kids. I never noticed that.
Yeah. Or it's just. It's like the most unbelievable thing where I'm like, I don't feel like Dag turns into Tyler Mane when he grows up. He just doesn't have that vibe to him. He feels like he can barely like pick up a, I don't know, 25-pound weight, let alone kill his sister and kill all these people. He just, that element has never worked for me. And he also he doesn't look the part. I think the kid they get in Rob Zombie 2, that kid would have worked better as the lead here. I would believe that kid going crazy.
Listen, I'm not going to fight you. I don't necessarily agree per se, but I also think everything around Dag is what kind of works for me. He looks trashy, so I think he looks the part, but that's fair. I mean, I guess fair enough. I think when he stops talking, he probably does better. Because kid actors, it's rough. It really is rough. I mean, and when he tells Richard Lynch, fuck you, I think that's good. But yeah, he's a little clunky.
Fuck you.
I feel, it's kids, dude. Come on. We don't all have the Flanagan luck, We should, to have kids give Oscar performances. But okay, that's fair. I'll give you that one. I'll put one on the board for Tyler.
Hey, I mean, I'm not going to be all negatives. There's a big positive for me in this film. And his name is Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm McDowell in this is fucking awesome. And I think it will lead into where I fucking hate him in the next film. But like this arc that he has in this, what he does in it, like it feels like a performance. Not only does it feel like a performance, this feels like one of McDowell's better performances. Like where
Which is funny because
shocked.
You know, in the commentary, they talk about how much of a goofball he was and just messed around set. It was always just having fun and giving people shit. So it's like everybody else, I felt like was like really like locked in, and he was just like, have a little fun. You know, so, yeah, it's like I like that. I like that. No, I think his portrayal of Loomis is fine. I mean, listen, I think let's get out of the way. It's really hard to be a purist, and I think being a purist is what's going to be kind of contradictory because this is actually going against everything the original movie did. I mean, this is literally the complete opposite. It's like Zombie just did the opposite. And I think McDowell's performance as Samuel is probably the only thing in the entire movie that feels somewhat borrowed from the original. I think he plays it pretty well. I mean, I think McDowell has a certain intensity that I think Sam Loomis, as crazy as he got in the later ones, like there was like a Shakespearean thing to him. Like I believed him, whereas Loomis, I think his just portrayal of him in this movie is, I mean, as we know, he does cash in a book, so there's that ego to him that play up. He seemed almost cocky for the first chunk of the movie as well. I don't know. I just think the performance is, I'm trying to think of the right wording here. It's different enough that I don't think it's stomping on the old Loomis, but he has a different feel to him. Like just something a little rougher, which I think is good. I think it works here because I think if you try to play Loomis like Loomis, you'd be screwed because you're not going to beat. God, I keep saying Loomis. I keep saying McDowell. Oh my gosh, yes, Pleasance. You're not going to be Pleasance. I mean, that's just a fact. That's one of those things where it's like I almost think he should have been a different name. I mean, I think it's lucky that he pulled it off, but in all fairness, they should have changed it because it's like I said this before in our Evil Dead remake, where it's like not having an Ash Williams, I think really helps. Now, I think he does great in this, but if I were to write it, I would call him Dr. Rhodes or some shit. I don't know, just because it's like, dude. Yeah, you're not going to beat Pleasance.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think you need it as much, and like I don't think you like Loomis is so like ingrained and associated with the Michael Myers character that then
you need him. I
can't do it. Yeah, it's like it's like it's got to be Laurie, it's got to be all these fucking people. But then I understand the connection.
And him walking away, though, I want to say, I like that's actually one of my favorite parts of this movie. And I'm not sure if it's just in director's cut. I think we talked off air. I own the director's cut, and me finding the theatrical is almost impossible. Like I legally I think it's on a fucking random Blu-ray. If you want to find it digitally, I can't find it anywhere. So it's like, I don't know if this part was in the theatrical, but when he basically tells Michael, I've done everything I could, I'm walking away. And just leaves. Like I like that. It's like I like that he gives up. I do. Yeah. And then immediately cashes in. But I like the fact that unlike the original Sam Loomis, who cared so much that he was going to keep him in, this guy's just like, fuck it, man. I wasted my life trying to like fix you, and it just didn't work.
I mean, at this point, we have to the director's the unrated version. That is the definitive cut because it's the cut that's available. If you're trying to watch it online. The streaming version or whatever, it's like or if you're gonna buy it, it's that version. So,
and we both agree that I mean the director's cut does. I mean, there's more stuff in the sanitarium. There is more character development. I think it's a better movie, regardless if people like zombie or not. But I agree with you, and you agree. We all agree with everybody, which is the better escape is in the theatrical, which has basically been erased from the earth outside of like a YouTube clip. Yeah. That's a weird thing where it's like that's the one thing we lost, which is like why that?
Yeah, where it's like the whole Firefly family getting killed during the breakout. It's like I like that. Bill Moseley, Leslie Easterbrook. That's like interesting. I don't know. I like that a lot. The rape I've never liked. It makes me really uncomfortable. It's gross, and even fucking Rob Zombie tries to justify it. He's like, yeah, I mean, you watch like Geraldo Rivera clips of mental asylums, and he's like, yeah, this kind of stuff happens. And then he puts a button on it of like, I mean, maybe not in modern day, but like, dude, Like, settle down.
I mean, I will admit that him explaining it, I at least I understood where he's coming from. The problem is it still doesn't work. Like, as up until that, I just was like, why would you put this in? It does not make sense. It's like, yeah, the nurse that gets stabbed, she's a famous actress. Oh my God, I can't think of her fucking name.
Yeah, Sybil Danning.
Yes. Like, okay, she's unprofessional and calls the kid basically like a loser, right? Or whatever. Like that, okay. But we've never established that this place is that sort of sketchy. So his reasoning, I'm like, oh, I get that, but you didn't present that anywhere else. So it just doesn't fit. Plus, and I've been very clear about this in my Halloween days, Jason Voorhees being brought back to electricity is Michael Myers being escaping on a prison transfer. They just go together. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Myers should always escape during a prison transfer. That's just that's like a thing in the Halloween series. Like that's like I like that. I want it to happen every time. I want people to fucking move the guy on October 30th and he escapes. There's something charming. It's like Jason being brought back. You know, you could do it 1,000 ways, but I think the preferred way is electricity. So the fact that he went with a rape, like you said, it's gross. And I'm usually pretty open to like, I don't care. No. But it's one of those things that's like, well, the prison transfer, it's like, it's going to happen regardless. The rape, it's like, I have to then believe they're going to do it, but they're going to do it next to this giant. And it's a lot of stuff you gotta have me like hold on to where I'm like, I'm already kind of doubting myself. So I think it's just a corny way to do it, even if it is mean and it's, you know, it's getting justice, but it's like, you can just cut it out. I don't give a shit.
No,
I never liked it. And nobody did. That's one thing. Everybody in the internet agrees with us. Like nobody prefers that.
Yeah, good. Cause you know what I never say? That movie needs more rape. Those words never come out of my mouth. Like it's just not something it's like, yeah, you can enhance a story with, that kind of element, but this does not need that in any way. We didn't need that. All it does is just makes it gross and makes the whole scene gross. And yeah.
But the thing is, it still doesn't make sense because the rape, if they're going to rape like fair, but they're going to do it in Michael's room. Like that's the part where I'm like, okay, well now you're adding in somebody else. It just seems, It seems weird. You know, it does. It just seems very unbelievable in a movie like a Halloween. I'm pretty open to things, but it's like, nah, dude, I'm sorry. I believed, what's his face? Buster Rhymes was into Kung Fu a lot more than I believed these two guards would open a cell and assault a woman next to a giant serial killer, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, we should be saying assault. The YouTube version of this episode is going to get taken down with how many times we said the R word.
I mean, we're just discussing, but yeah, I guess assault. I should have. Whatever. Lesson learned.
Yeah, I don't think about that kind of stuff half the time. No, I don't like that. I mean, but what do you think of fucking Michael and his clown mask? Because I feel like that's literally just Rob Zombie being like, hey, we see this clown. This is the clown thing from the beginning of Halloween. Or if we're gonna use a mask, we may as well use the clown mask.
I don't really care. I mean, I don't really have a strong thought on it because it's. I don't know. They're establishing that, like, you know, he becomes somebody else with a mask on. I'd prefer something creepier. I'll be honest. I don't find clowns scary or creepy ever. I mean, as a kid, sure, Pennywise with Tim Curry, but it's just I think clowns are kind of corny, so it's like I don't like it. I think the ones he makes in the sanitarium are far scarier. Like he should have had a homemade one. Some paper mache one would have looked, I think, a lot scarier to me, or at least a lot more disturbing. But I don't know. I don't really have an opinion because it's like, whatever.
Let me posit this to you. Michael, he's making these different masks. He's building up his mask collection. Because the whole thing is he's trying to like get it to the point where he can recreate that mask that he wore the night that he killed his sister and her boyfriend and her fucking Ronnie. Where then that he finally gets it made, the homemade mask of the Michael Myers, the classic design, puts it on, and that's finally because he needs the mask in order to like have the courage to fucking do it, because otherwise he's just like he's not locked in without it. Like, why that? Why not do that versus like, here's this thing that looks like a pumpkin. like this guy that looks like a pumpkin. Look at this. Look at this guy with his long hair, with his like this massive brute with his pumpkin mask and fucking natty hair.
Yeah, I think that's a better use of the masks. Fair enough. I mean, I don't really have a strong opinion. I like the idea that they established he feels comfortable, and they, in this version they spend a lot more time at the Sanitarium. That there is that kind of click where then the mask just stays on all the time. I think they're just establishing that there's a lot of mask lore here, man. A lot of mask lore. I think the pumpkin one looks fine. I guess I think Tyler Mane looks fucking scary. I mean, that man,
big man,
that tall giant man, and that's, I mean, as a Voorhees lover, I'm all about them essentially making him, because I think I mentioned all the other ones, like he's a boogeyman is a shape. He's not that in this at all. Like he's just a giant angry man. He's Jason Voorhees.
And we've talked many times on this of how like the movement of some of these Myers actors were like, what the fuck? You just look like a dude, which like no one's really gotten it right since, I don't know, maybe Dick Warlock, but you can maybe go even to Nick Castle with the first one. But it's like, I think Warlock does a decent job with carrying over, but like we don't get fucking shit in terms of like the last few episodes we were talking about these guys. It's like they just don't seem right. Versus here where it's like, oh God, Tyler Mane is legitimately terrifying. Like this Michael Myers, I would not want to run into this man on the sidewalk. He would murder me in a heartbeat.
It's oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. I interviewed him once. He's a real nice guy. The guy who played Jason in the remake, at the 09
Derek
remake. Derek Mears. Like it's that sort of analytic approach, which I think Mane does well here. I mean, again, I think I'm going to keep bringing this up because I feel like a lot of the audience that will ever listen to this has a lot of Halloween fans have a very specific thing that Michael should be, and this is absolutely not it. And I'm going to keep saying that I'm very okay with it. I think just because I'm not a purist, and I think we've talked about, I mean, obviously we've gone through the series. I don't love every entry in this, so I'm more okay with this not being kind of holy. So it's like, yeah, he's like I said it, dude, it's just Jason Voorhees. He's angry, he's aggressive, he punches through walls, he's intimidating, he's tall. So it's like, yeah, fuck it. If you can't give me Nick Castle, this works because I'm not escaping this. I could have got away from Resurrection, H2O, Jason 5, hell, even 4. But this is the one where it's like, you're not. I mean, he takes wide steps. He's going to get us. I mean, you're taller than me, Tyler, but he'll get you eventually. He'll get me first, but he'll get you. He's a beast. I like I like him. Before we get the iconic mask, there's a scene with Ken Foree, which I'm glad I watched the commentary because which great fucking character. Like I love Foree. He's a sweetheart of a guy. But that scene, I was like, oh, what I really liked is that obviously they built a fake set, and because that's a very Voorhees moment where he's like banging him against the door, and it's like the stall door is breaking, and then I find out that it's real, and they both like injured themselves pretty badly. What's his name? Like ruined his arm for a while, and Foree fucked up because they were both like, no, just do it for real. I think that's awesome. That's kind of shit where it's like, that's not Michael, but I don't care. That's the kind of aggression that I like from this movie. And I be honest, I like how visceral and mean this Michael is. I really do. It's Jason, but I don't care because you and me have done 2 episodes on Freddy vs. Jason, and Jason was Michael Myers in that. So this is my comeuppance. Like, good.
When there's a moment in the documentary where like Ken Foree is picking out some of his like props for Joe Grizzly, and he's like going through, he's like, this is for this, and then Rob comes in and he's like, yeah, the prop master asked me which one of these you think Ken's gonna choose, and he's like, all of them. And Ken chose all of them. Just like, oh fuck yes, this Ken Foree is the best.
I hope he picked mutton chops. I think that was like my big thing with him. Like, oh, dude, he looks great. I mean, I think something else that I never really put together is Ken Foree's like 6'5", because obviously, I needed somebody as tall as Tyler so he could take his clothes. And I was like, Oh shit! I looked it up. I was like, Ken Foree height. It's like 6'5". I'm like, oh my god, that guy's giant. So so you watch a movie, it's like, oh, I never put height in movies. I'm really weird about that. I just don't really comprehend it. But like seeing them fights, like they're eye to eye. Yeah, it's like good for Foree, man, for putting up the fight for Mr. Grizzly. You know, I like that because he kills mechanics, so a trucker isn't that far off. Yeah. And I'm glad we get to see it because, correct me if I'm wrong, we've never. Well, I guess 4 we have a POV or the him stabbing down, so I guess that's the one time. But usually we don't see him kill for his overalls, right? Yeah, the jumpsuit. So, and I'm glad, man. I'm glad we got to like witness it. It was like a fun thing, man. It's a great little scene. Like I said, it's energetic and visceral. I'm really vibing that.
I want to talk about the best scene in the movie, where love hurts, where it's cutting between sad Michael and his mom stripping.
Yeah, I don't love that song. Zombie tried to sell it in the commentary, and like I believed him. He seemed like he really meant it. He's like, no, it's weird, and it's like this juxtaposition. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right, but it's also a really corny song, so it's hard for me to get involved. And they end the second one with that fucking song again. I'm like, oh man.
And it's like, wait a minute, this is the thing that sets Michael off, where he's just like so sad, and you can see him just like with his mask down. I just love the intercut between him being a sad boy, just pouting in front of the house, and his mom stripping to love her. Like, it's so fucking funny to me every time it happens. And there's like the POV shot of like one of the Johns that she's like stripping for. And it's just like, oh God, I just cut all of this.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is they already established he's a stripper because Mr. Turbo Kid, not Turbo Kid.
Yeah, Spy Kids.
Spy Kids. Like, yeah, he makes a thing about how he messes with the whore. It's like, we establish that. And plus we see like how trashy they are. I could put two together. Having her strip. And funny, because he had a whole scene that was in, he filmed that he cut with, he's in the second one. I can't think of his name. Oh my gosh, what's the guy? He's in Everything Zombie. He plays the grandpa in The Munsters. He was in Daniel Roebuck. They filmed the whole thing with him at the strip club. So it's like, I know they filmed a bunch of stuff where it's like, yeah, but you cut that because you realize you didn't need it. So why did you even keep the little you had? Like we didn't need to see it. And all it does is just make it corny. Like all it did was take me out of the scene because I'm like, oh, this song is so lame. And it said Michael and his mom. And it's like, his mom's not even naked. So I'm also like, well, that doesn't seem like a real strip club. Everybody's clothed. It's like, come on, Zombie, you're taking me out, buddy.
I just also want to point out that Judith's boyfriend is fucking her in the Michael Myers mask. So in this film series, someone has had sex in the Michael Myers mask. Well,
when she, Hannah R. Hall, she was cute. And it was, I think, the first boobs we see. This movie is filled with boobs. Speaking of, but yet, not that I want to see Sherman Zombie per se, but I'm not really into blondes, but so all the boobs in this movie, but we're not going to have boobs at the strip club. Seems like a weird decision to make.
Yeah, super weird decision, especially right? Too, because I can get into it big time, but it's like, I didn't notice any fake tits either. It's all just a bunch of naturals. Or then it's like, good for you, Zombie.
Yeah, Judith Myers was hot in this. I was like, oh, hello. Her boyfriend's all scrawny, which in the commentary he says, oh, I never put a date in. He goes, but I made this in my head like the 70s. And I was like, okay, well, that's an interesting thing because, saying that actually does kind of make sense because the boyfriend has that sort of, I don't know, late 70s, early 80s kind of look.
Have you never thought I always thought this was the 70s.
No, I just never put together. I mean, it's stupid for me not to because isn't that Zombie's like favorite era? It's like, yeah, of course. I just never, I don't know. I mean, I'm time blind sometimes, dude, but I mean, I thought that scene was fine. I thought him getting killed by the bat was pretty intense. I mean, there's that sound design I really like. I mean, I think that's kind of messed up. His foot twitching and like that kind of stuff always is like kind of gets under my skin because it's like that's like the realistic outcome of like head trauma. So I think that was fine. That's cool. I want to ask you about a scene though because I don't remember it. Funnily enough, is the freeze scene. Where like they're all everybody's frozen. It's like the beginning of the first movie where we both realized, because I never knew that everybody's frozen, and all the cops are frozen. I was like, how the hell did I don't remember this? It's like a pretty well done thing.
Yeah, it's something where it's just like, this is apparently very established in this series that we just like didn't even take note of. I mean, I never took note of it until Halloween
Never in my
Kills.
life. Never in my life. But even Kills, it's like, I saw it. I never really even I didn't really put it together. I was just like, oh, it's a strange little thing. Interesting. And then, yeah, it's like, okay, well, is it in all the, is it in more than one? I mean, I know it's one, it's this, it's Kills. Like, did we miss it in number 2? Because I it's one of those things. I'm not looking for it. I just stumbled upon it.
Yeah, it doesn't happen in any of the other ones. Because I mean, and I'll say right now, I like the one in Kills, but like I really like this one. It's like especially with, I think my favorite aspect of it is the police lights going on and off during it. Just adds a little bit of like it's a dynamic shot, but though. You do have to kind of ignore because you can see some of the extras like move a little bit during it, or it's like,
yeah,
okay,
come on, yeah,
yeah. Which I mean, that also happens in the original because they just froze. Like, okay, freeze.
It's like asking little kids. It's like, all right, freeze.
Yeah, yeah. It's not. I mean, in Halloween Kills, it's the point where like they do some digital manipulation to like make sure it's like, oh, this person moves, make it so they don't.
Well, I would say guaranteed because you and me both know that Ken Foree, when he was killed in the bathroom, he couldn't stop blinking and he couldn't like stop breathing. He couldn't hold his breath, so they had to digitally keep his eyes open and digitally stop him from breathing. So I'm like, if Zombie's doing that in 07, I guarantee you that Gordon Green did it in Kills.
Which is crazy. That's fucking nuts. That like that's the kind of thing that happens. Of like, oh yeah, this actor couldn't do this properly, so we just had to take it out digitally. It's like, God damn.
I'm impressed that they could pull it off in 07. Let's be honest, man. I mean, 07, flat screens weren't really a thing. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't exist, but I mean, we were still in a tube TV era. I know for a fact because I was in my second apartment and, you know, nobody I knew had a flat screen. So it's like the fact that they could do that digitally and it looks this good. I mean, maybe they cleaned it up since, in all fairness, but I'm impressed.
I know that is one thing we always have to, I guess, say with an asterisk of like, we are watching the HD versions of these films. So anytime a movie releases on a higher format, they tend to go in and do some kind of changes, some kind of updates, some kind of like something.
Yeah.
Something. It happens. I was worried actually, because we talked about the Elm Street box set, which finally was announced. And then I saw some interview with Jack Shoulder where like the New Line executive or Warner Brothers exec had to be like, hey, no, we this needs to be the intention of the scene as it was in 1985. Like,
because he tweaked a few things he said.
Yeah. Well, in terms of like the mix and like bringing certain things out a little more, but like there was apparently a scene that he wanted to like full on like change shit. And the guy was like, no, you can't alter the scene. It has to be the scene. Or then he's like, I agree. Where I'm like, oh God, you had to be told this, Shoulder? Like, come on, dude. You're not George Lucas.
I'm surprised you're surprised because like that guy hasn't done much. So like the fact that like they gave him the keys, he was like, taking any rug in the house. It's like, no, just this one. Like that's because I read something where he's like, he's tweaking some stuff. He did tweak, but he did say something like he wanted to do more, and he made it seem like he pulled himself back, which is hilarious because clearly the true story is that he was told, but he's out there saying like, I was getting a little wacky and I had to reel myself in. It's like, you had to reel yourself in, huh buddy?
Yeah, thankfully a lot of companies now they're starting to add mono tracks that are essentially the classic track that like you might have grown up with on VHS. So it's like, okay, at least they're still giving something like that. Because I know like famously the Terminator 4K has like updated like more modern sound effects.
Yeah, it's funny. The first time I ever really was exposed to that, I had a DVD of Blu-ray of Jaws. And I watched some video online and it was showing how like, the soundtrack, they basically updated some of the sound. So like when the shark crashes through the boat at the very end, like when the boat's sinking, it sounds like somebody drops a water glass. And they show you the one from the 70s that sounds epic and big. And I'm like, how the fuck did I not notice? Now I couldn't unhear it. So I threw out that Blu-ray and I bought like the upgraded one that had the mono track. But it's like I don't like the fact that people are tweaking shit like that. Where yeah, exactly. In fact, I believe Terminator 2 or Terminator 1, the gun sound effects are different. They're not the old gun sound effects. Where it's like no. That's you can't. That's a sound you can't change. It's too important.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things where I'm just like, yeah, it's hard to defend it, but I'm also just like, I just want these things on 4K. I just want them released and out. Now, then I just get worried about shit. Like, some TMNT was just announced. I'm like, are they going to do changes? I don't want change. It's Arrow, though. Arrow is fucking, I think, the most
really
solid. Good. Yeah. We got to worry about these studio releases. So it's like, yeah, we might have to be worried about Elm Street. Elm Street's probably going to have some crazy shit going on in it.
Well, the fact that they announced a box set that was sold out before they announced it says all you need to know about was it Warner Brothers? Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
I don't have much faith.
I'm trying to keep an eye out for the fucking Amazon relisting, but might just have to pull the trigger on the $97 version.
Well, I was told there's websites where people are like, no, wait for Christmas or Black Friday, where I'm like, oh, good. I'm glad I get to wait 5 months after. Good. How about you make more? It's a popular series. Make more.
Yeah. Rather than making fucking 4,000 copies, it's like, just make as many as you fucking need and sell it for $250. You'll sell them. They will sell. Stupid. But Halloween, this is another one that's like out of print. The like the main Shout Factory one's out of print, and then they just like have been re-released. They've been releasing these on 4K since. However, the only films that we don't have on 4K from the Halloween franchise are the Rob Zombie
Makes no
Halloween.
sense.
I wonder if it's funny. Him.
But here's the thing. Okay, so we both listened to the commentary, and I could tell the commentary is probably a while ago.
Yeah,
it wasn't somewhat recent, but like even him talking, like he went over issues he had and things that had been changed and stuff, but he didn't seem super down. Like I've heard he had a really bad experience, so at least in the commentary he felt somewhat optimistic. And in the commentary, you don't have to really be nice. I mean, there's famous commentaries where people are talking shit. So I don't know. I would be a little heartbroken if he was the one holding this up, because whether you like him or not, these should be on 4K. I mean, I've been a big proponent of, I don't give a shit about Jason Goes to Hell, but that deserves to be on every release and just as polished up for the 10 people that like it. But this is a great looking Blu-ray though. We're both watching the same copy. I mean, even on TV for 1080p, I mean, this looks great. So I don't know, worst case scenario, I could live with this, and I'm sure you aren't going to ever buy this anyway. So though, I don't know, you own Ends. So really, I'm a little heartbroken that
I've explained myself in the past with Ends is a fucking $15 4K French export or fucking import that then it already had more value than the $15 I paid for it. So it was worth it.
So if there's a $15 French export of Halloween, you'd get it by Rob Zombie?
I mean,
Halloween 2.
If it, I don't know if I can do that one. We'll get into that one next week, but Jesus Christ. Yeah. Not my movie. Let's, I want to talk about how, because he doesn't really get into it in the commentary, but Zombie and his director of photography got into it during this production to the point where they didn't work together again after this, and he was replaced during reshoots.
I knew he was replaced in reshoots. What happened during the principal photography?
Just a lot of disagreements. Like they just didn't agree on how stuff should be shot, which also, I mean, I'm shocked he works with the same art director and like art department, because that man was pissed off whenever he went into a new set. Be like, what the fuck is this? You cleaned it up way too much. Make it how it was before. This is a dirty, grimy movie, and you guys cleaned it up too much. Guess that was a very common occurrence.
Which also in walls.
Well, and they had to fucking add in a floor because Tyler was so fucking tall, and it was like such a massive, like the basement set. It's like the walls or the ceilings were too high. And it's like, no, this doesn't look right. We need to add in a raised floor. But no, there's a moment, because it's like essentially they're decorating for the ending, where then like Lori and the Christina Klebb and the stupid fucking God, why can't I think of what it's called? The tombs, but not the the concrete block.
Gravestones.
Yes, gravestone. I don't know why I couldn't think of what that was. And like I agreed with Zombie, where it's like this looks too clean. Like what this looks bad. And it like kind of reminded me where I'm like, yeah, this is the kind of stuff that a director has to do. Of like, my name is on this. This does not look right. This will make the film look cheap. Like I want a layer of grime. It's like he even says, he's like, we need more dirt. So much more dirt. We need this. We need that. It's like tear off this, tear off that. He very much has a distinct vision where I don't like his vision. His vision's not for me, but it gives me that feeling of like, yep, he knows what he wants. And it's not everyone has that ability to, because there's a lot of just, fuck it. Yeah, we got to get, union, like we're about to go into overtime. Like we can't pay. We don't want to pay for this. Don't want to pay for that. It's like, we'll just get the shot. Like Zombie doesn't seem to have that in him. He always seems to the vision over everything. So that element does make me appreciate him.
This is the first time I listened to this director's commentary, and it's funny as somebody who does like him, though. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, I feel like he's Three from Hell, and then I don't know 31. Yeah, it's just like it's like dude, you're doing the same thing. Not gonna break smart. That being said, for as much shit as people give this guy, listening to him talk, he knows what he wants, and he has an idea for everything. Like he's like, okay, when I came to this house, I realized that was them. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to move here. And so it's like he's a director, whether people like him or not. I completely agree. I was actually impressed by how, because he didn't stop talking. I mean, he kept going this entire time, and every scene that popped up, he described his intention, what he had to do, and what the biggest obstacle was of the day. And I was like, I kind of, as somebody who likes behind the scenes stuff and technical aspects, I'm really into the technical stuff just because that's the shit that's like the grimy day-to-day stuff that nobody ever thinks about. What you said, like this kind of stuff where, a director has to. And I don't think about the ceiling being too tall, or how the hallway was way too wide, so they had to build a fake wall on the left so that Michael and Judith Myers could not look like they're running down a fucking gymnasium. It's like, it's impressive that he, I guess I'm not impressed because he's a director, but for such a divisive director, you'd expect him to be a little more like when I listened to Halloween 2, and what's his face was just like, and we did this, and I think it turned out well. Like, okay, man, it sounds like you have a couple brewskis and you're just enjoying the time.
Yeah, you can tell the difference between a director who actually has a vision and someone who's just like kind of trying to get things done, just to get it done, to try and, make the day. Which I mean, there's always a place for that, usually on TV, which I think is why these people then go to TV when that's their mindset. Versus, obviously Zombie's a bit of a different beast because it's Rob Zombie's Halloween. His name is very much at the forefront of his films, where he is very much attached to it. Which I understand that, of like, people are going to blame you if the art deco looks bad, or this performance, or this thing, that thing. It's like, so you have to care about it. Though, I mean, obviously I don't think he cares as much about performances because he's famously like a 3 or 4 take guy.
Yeah. And I think, I think the issue is Zombie, and I don't necessarily, it doesn't bother me always, but I will agree. I think he goes for a very like natural, that clunkiness of real life. And it's like, some directors have that when it's this sort of slice of life movie, or it's kind of like in the moment, but he makes very distinct stories set in distinct worlds where it's like, it doesn't work. Like I always think of, who did Anora, whoever that director is, that's his whole thing.
Sean Baker. Yeah.
Sean Baker. That's his entire thing. It's like, that girl can't act. I don't need her to. I need her to do what she does. And she like pulls it out of him. It's like, I think Zombie wants that because he has this kind of grimy, clunky world, but it's like, yeah, dude, but you're too stylized for what, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't, and I think he has a couple crew members that do. Like none of the girls I think are bad. I think all the girls are solid personally. Whether you like their characters, I don't think anybody's a bad actress. I mean, unless you're going to fight me on this, you think, right? Yeah, it's like, nah. So really it comes to like these
I'm fighting you
Who's
on
a bad actress? What the fuck? Who?
That moment where they're walking down and see Michael and they're like, and Danielle Harris is like, my daddy's the sheriff. It's so bad.
I disagree.
So
that
bad.
Sounds fine. Nah,
dude, it's so bad, dude. No, she's awful. Scout's really bad. Oh, tell her, mommy. Oh, tell her, mom. Like the fucking the donut with her fucking the bagel. Awful.
Believable. 100%. Love it. Absolutely love
awful. It. She's the worst. They're both
warmed
so
my
bad.
Heart, actually.
Christina Klebb, she does fine. I think she's perfectly fine in it. If anything, I wanted more of her. I think she's the one that's shortchanged in all of this. They should have.
I mean, she absolutely is 100% shortchanged. But I've met girls like this. I've worked with girls like this. I don't know. And I'll say the same thing to sequel because people give them so much shit for like this like horny, sarcastic talk. But it's like I have fucking memories. I can't name names, but that doesn't matter. We'll get to them. I'm gonna fight you and say I think the side characters. That's where it gets a little clunky. Though, as I said, if we had more William Forsythe, and this wouldn't be a problem. If him and Clint Howard had more to do.
Awful.
And Richard Lynch was fine. Oh, fuck. I take it back.
Oh, hey, I found something. I'm sending it to you right now. There is a Halloween 1 and 2 Ultimate Edition. It's $45 on Amazon. It has both cuts of both films. Theatrical.
Okay, I think I remember when this came out. I know it is. Remember I said there's a Blu-ray that it's like a double featured one. Yep.
I know the double feature one too, because that's also listed here. That's French. This is a different thing. The French one, I can send you the French one as well.
I tend not to.
That's $25.
Respect the French.
This one's 45. This other one, I just sent both. But yeah,
I'm
the Ultimate Edition. That I'm curious about that now. Like not for a purchase, but like I'm curious about it.
Of course. Fucking. I was like, let's go. Maybe on eBay it's cheaper. It's like $41. Yeah, well, I might. Well, as someone who actually likes these movies, I might actually purchase that. So thank you.
Yeah, that's why I sent it along. I feel like this is meant for you, not meant for me in any way.
No, it's just me. Me and the 10 other people that I was talking a lot of shit about Jason Goes to Hell, and I know it has his fans. It's like, here I am. It's like when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in, buddy. I have the Jason Goes to Hell of the Halloween universe. So that's fair.
Yeah. Well, there's, I like when Michael gets his mask back. Like that's cool. Like it looks.
The mask looks great. Let's say that at least for God's sakes. I mean, I think this is the best looking mask.
You need to fucking calm down. Your main criticism with all of these goddamn masks is you see way too much of the eyes. You see his eyes so much in this fucking movie.
Yeah, but he's not the shape. He's not this entity. He's just a fucking dude. And I think
just a fucking dude.
He's just a dude. He's just a dude.
You're changing your rules.
No, there's no goal because here's the thing. You are right. And there are times, just a couple times where it's a little annoying. But I think Zombie, for the most part, shoots some. There's all those fucking shadows. I was like, it's not as bad. He's moving and shit. And most of the time, when Michael is actually stalking, you don't see his eyes. It's like essentially just when he's killing. I'm fine with it, man. I am. And again, the reason is because this is not Michael Myers. It's just not. This is Jason Voorhees. What do I like about Jason? I like him to be immortal. You can't unkillable. In this movie, he's just a man. So it's the fact, dude. I said it to myself when I walked out of the theater. I was like, I like this movie because it goes against. It's the opposite of everything the Halloween did. So it's like I could separate him. And that's the truth. Because you could actually bring a lot of valid points about how this goes against this lore or this thing, and you're right, man. I can't fight you. But again, I'm still holding on the fact that Jason was Michael Myers in Freddy vs. Jason, which was the last fucking, essentially movie with Robert Englund in it. So I get to be bitter and hold on to that grudge and then say, okay, then fuck you, Halloween fans. I get my Jason fucking Voorhees in your movie. So really, maybe it's just bitterness. But yeah, I don't care about his eyes in this. It looks fine. I mean, if he's walking around like the dork in H2O, fine, but he's breaking through walls, man. Come on, give me that. He's breaking through walls. He's popping out of nowhere. I mean, I think one of the best scenes to this day is Dee Wallace and her husband are like smoking the Porsche and just they're like a little tired, like, that's good fix. And he fucking comes in, just cuts the throat and goes right in. It's like, okay, that's not the Michael that we've been accustomed to. This guy is he's a man of action.
Yeah, and he mentions, Zombie mentions in the commentary that like they actually pushed in further for that shot because originally Michael was in the shot, so you saw him lurking. Right? Where it's like, yeah, that's a good decision from Zombie because like you don't need that with him lurking. I mean, maybe it would have worked, but I think the shock moment of it works very well. Though this movie does go real overboard with like the jump scares and like the loud fucking like burr, burr, burr.
Yeah, but okay, you're right. But I'm going to fight you a little because jump scare is when it. I mean, at least when I think of jump scare is when it's not the killer. This is the killer actually fully just coming in and kicking ass. So I'd be a little more upset if it was always a fake out. I'm a little more okay that it's not. It's funny you mentioned that scene though in the commentary because I agree with you 100%. And in fact, I don't remember Michael lurking at all in this movie. And there are some scenes where he does, and it's the only part of the movie where I'm like, I would actually cut out all the lurking. I don't want Michael to lurk. Like it doesn't really fit here because as a dude in Halloween, sure, we might be able to buy it. It's the 70s. In 2007, when a fucking 8-foot man that looks scary, it's just like, I don't know. I'd rather have him just sort of hide out. Because there's a scene it's actually a really cool scene where the girls are walking and it's panning over and it has Michael and it goes past a tree and he's gone, goes past a tree and it's him. And I was like, oh, that's fun, but that's Michael Myers. This isn't Michael Myers. Let's not pretend. This is a giant. I
used to really like that shot, and this time watching it, you can see
the cuts.
Well, the cuts where it's just like, why? What is with people and not just adding a fucking slight fade? Just fucking add a 2-frame fade. Like, I don't need to see that fucking cut. Don't let me see the cut, because then as soon as the cut happens, it's like, oh, I know this shot changed. Like,
yeah, but come on. I mean, yeah, we say that now, but 2007, dude. Come on, I was like 21 now. It's
I remember it being a lot slicker. I don't think it's as slick as it like my memory of it is because it takes so long.
We've gotten older.
It takes so long. It takes so long to happen. That switch takes so long. It makes no sense.
Oh my God.
You can see, and also when fucking Lori comes forward and like goes up to her mom, you can see Michael in the background.
Yes, yeah. There's a couple times him staying at the school, same thing where I'm like, I think Zombie said he had a CGI had a mask as well. Now him lurking and stalking, I don't like just because that only works if that's the character Michael, and this is the guy that starts busting through fucking doors. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, I mean, I guess I don't mind him standing off, but I'm less like, ooh, he's going to get you. Cause like, no, when we see him act, it's not a man who's stealthy. I mean, I think he's more like Raging Bull, you know? I mean, obviously he pops out, but still. So I don't know. It's my complaint for this is that there is things in this later half that feel more, I don't know, nods to Halloween where I actually would cut all of it out personally. Yeah. But you know, I mean, just because we're on 9. This is number 9 in our franchise chat, and it's like, yeah, we still really haven't had it since the first. Though, when Michael Myers is going to walking out of the house in part 6, and we got that slide guitar, that's pretty cool. I'll give it that.
Dude, how is there no like crazy like I don't know Michael Myers-y like Halloween score? Like that's Rob Zombie's Halloween. You would think, and it's set in it's I guess not in the 70s now because there's that time jump. So is this the late 80s, early 90s?
No, this should be 2007 or 6.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah, because realistically, that means like Michael is like 40. Yeah, no, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. This would have to be like 94 for her to be 17.
I think that's the whole reason that Zombie is like, oh, I didn't really add a time to it. It's just, you know.
Yeah, so we could kind of mess around. Yeah.
Yeah, that
so
way it's
realistically,
like, well,
that could have been the late 80s. I
Yeah.
guess, like 89 or something.
I think they're cell phones.
I don't know. Whatever. Hey. Maybe it has a King of the Hill type of timeline, huh? We're gonna give shit.
Maybe where it's like more of a sliding timeline where some people age further than others. I get it. Well, okay. So one thing I've always thought in this movie was that I thought that Annie definitely dies, like the Danielle Harris, but I guess they do establish in this film, and maybe it's just because maybe the theatrical cut makes it seem like she dies.
I think so, because I remember being surprised of her being alive at part 2. So I think you're right. Because in this, yeah, she like breathes and they have a moment. Maybe, again, I could be wrong. I've only seen the theatrical once when in theaters. But I remember having that thought process like, oh, they killed her. That's crazy.
Yeah. You watched the work print, not all, or you watched at least some of the work print. Was there anything that stood out to you with that?
It's kind of hard because the work print has like temp music. And I honestly, the one thing I've always been upset with this movie is the work print opens with a Monster Mash. And as somebody who loves like the Supremes and doo-wop and shit, I love that song. And this, it opens with Kiss, and it's like the worst fucking decisions. Like, open the Monster Mash. There's weird differences, but the thing is like a lot of the work print is just rougher takes and rougher versions of essentially what this movie is. So it's like seeing what his director's cut kind of was before it was polished. I mean, that was when I first saw the rape scene. Is like that was way before, because I saw the work print before I went and saw this in theaters, because it leaked like a week before, and it was a big deal. And there's the title card happens when Michael's running down the hallway, the young Michael, so it's kind of strange there. But nothing that really stood out. I mean, the problem with this is I'd have to watch them side by side without commentary. I think watching this, I was more induced into, or not induced, but more involved in like what Rob was saying, so I didn't catch like a lot of crazy stuff. But I mean, the work print's worth checking out just because I think anything that leaks early, I'm fascinated by. Like, I have a whole hard drive full of work prints. Like, I just got hard target work print, which is fucking fascinating. So I like work prints. And I have the work print DVD. My friend made a whole thing of it when it first came out. So like Wolverine, you know.
I didn't get into my history at the beginning of this because, I mean, kind of just forgot when to get right into this, because you and I we kind of did a preamble thing before recording. But I actually saw the work print back in 2007. I got
nice.
Downloaded it before the movie was even out. I think I watched it in like July or maybe even June. And yeah, it's that I remember being like, what the fuck is this? What happened to my Michael? What happened to all of this? Because especially at the time, I would have been 16. I was not accepting of like crazy changes to stuff and like anything weird, anything. Because you and I are on the opposite ends of the spectrum of like, you like the first half of this movie and I like the second half of this movie. Where it becomes
I don't mind the second half, but I do like the explanations. I like all that stuff. I think it's interesting. My issues just come with the second half being, you know, I think I could be wrong, but I feel like the first half is a Rob Zombie movie. The second half is like studio mandated, and that's probably why you like it, because like it's him in cuffs. You know, it's zombie muffled.
Yeah, I mean, he bitches a lot and. Just around, I watched some interview with him from like, I want to say like 2 months ago, where he was talking a little bit about the just the Weinstein of it all. Or then he got called up the morning that Halloween, like the morning that it released, and Bob was like, "It's not looking good. It's not looking good. These numbers fucking suck." And Rob's just like, "It's fucking 11 a.m. on the East Coast. No theaters are even showing it yet. What do you mean the numbers are bad?" And then fucking they ended up breaking records, got like the $30 million. And Harvey was like, "If you had just let me control this, it would have made 60 million." And like Rob knew someone that was like from was it Weinstein Company by this point? Either way, he had one of them like let him know of like, do not, like, this is it's bad over here. Bob and Harvey are fighting. They're not happy about this, like, this weekend. And then the second one, he's like, Bob was all just like, oh, genius. You know exactly what you want. This is genius.
It's which is funny because the commentary, he was like very polite, which didn't seem like I was just expected a lot more complaining. But yeah, this is famous for all the tweaking and all that changes. I will say something I didn't mention in the work print is the ending's different from anything. Michael gets shot to death in an empty pool. And I remember hating it with all because it's just so lazy and just like, oh, that's it. Gets shot a bunch. I don't know. I always thought it was kind of dorky. This ending, obviously, and we'll get to it, is I think it's beautiful. That is everything I ever wanted in an ending in terms of just a punch.
Well, I'm actually now reminded too. He had a 3-picture deal for the Halloween movies. He was supposed to make 3 of them. And he had such a bad time with the first one that then he was like, I'm just writing the second one. And then Bob wanted him so bad that Rob was like, I'll do the second one if you let me out of the third one. And because he even said, he's like, I'm the only person that negotiated for less films on his deal.
Get out of it. Was that the one that was that the one that was supposed to be Halloween 3D?
Yeah, so Patrick Lussier and Todd Farmer ended up taking over the idea, and like Scout was going to return, Tyler would have returned, and they lost the rights. Like they were trying to quickly get it out before the rights reverted, and then the rights ended up reverting, so then it got abandoned.
If I'm correct,
I did a video on it.
You did, and didn't they make like a short, like animated, maybe like not even animation, but just like what's it called? Yeah. I feel like I saw something where it was like, it's like pictures that move. It's like how they did the Watchmen cartoon a while back. There was like, it's like still pictures that just sort of move. I remember seeing something because it takes place in like a nursing home or some sort of thing where it gets on fire. And I remember like Michael escapes because he becomes one of the firemen. Right? Am I making that up?
He does. I should have just rewatched my video before we had done this. But there's also there's a great book if anyone's curious, called Taking Shape 2, and the first Taking Shape actually goes over the history of all of the actual Halloween films, and then Taking Shape 2 goes into the history behind the unmade Halloween films, including Halloween 3D, where it gets more into that kind of thing and breaks it down a little more so, where then there's any of the details that you would want are all in there.
I'm always curious about the things that don't get made because I like Todd Farmer. I like Lussier. I think that would have been interesting, especially because I think what we did get was a little, I don't know, safe.
Yeah. Well, I think Drive Angry Bombing really put a nail in it. I think they would have. I think Weinstein's probably would have pushed it further, but then Drive Angry bombed. So they're like, okay, we're just going to let this go the way of the dodos.
Yeah, I'd be kind of curious to see these characters under a different director, but yeah, I mean, Halloween 2 ends it, even though you could argue this ends it as well. That is the beauty of this movie is you could walk away if you need to, because this has a definitive ending as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you can easily walk away from this. Fucking be the easiest thing ever to walk away from this.
Fuck you.
Well, dude, what about the scene where fucking Loomis is like trying to buy a gun? It's
great, yeah. He has like the long revolver. I think it's right before they kill D. Wallace. Which is funny because that's the kind of character where I'm like, do I know him? It seems like that should be like, I'm surprised that's not Sid Haig. Like I know Sid Haig was the cemetery guy, but it's like that should be somebody famous, and maybe it is. Maybe I'm just fucking bad. Maybe it's somebody from a 70s movie, and I don't know. I met him at a convention around before this movie came out. Nice guy. Just chatted for a minute. Like there's different people that are a little more professional, a little more loose. He was a little more chill, and I remember like, oh, that's really cool. So that's all I ever. Him and Bill Moseley I met, and they were both real nice and real talkative. So I always take that, take that with me. That okay, I got to talk to Spalding, and he didn't seem annoyed.
You didn't talk to Sherry Moon Zombie? She wasn't there hanging out with fans.
I don't think so.
Having conversations.
I should go back and find out who was there, because that's the problem. It's like, you go back and like, oh, I wish I would have met that person or talked to that person. No, my buddy talked to Tiny Tim, the tall guy, and he was real nice. All these people, I think it was like right after House of
Matthew
1,000 Corpses.
McGrory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're all nice, man. I think but I think they do conventions like for a living, so it's like they're pretty good.
But that was that was back in the day though, where it was like fucking cool to like actually talk to these people. Nowadays, it's such a transactional experience.
Yeah. In fact, I would argue, I think I got all of them for free. I was kind of an ass. I said, this is the thing is I wish I could go back because I felt like an ass. Now that I know that people are trying to survive, I'm older, more mature. But when I first went to conventions, I'm like, why would I pay to talk to you? Like, that's weird. Let's just like have a conversation. Like, I just chat real quick. So like, I would always go up and I don't know, talk and try to get a picture for free. And, I feel bad now because it's like, that's so cheap. And I didn't mean it to be cheap. I just didn't really get the idea. I thought, I pay to get in. And I'll buy some merch and I'll buy some shit. Like, I'll support people. But like, if you're sitting around, hey, how you doing? Can I get a picture? And then chat. And I'm pretty sure Sid and Bill Mosley didn't charge me. I think they just did it out of the kindness of their hearts. So yeah, I mean, you're right though. I think I went a couple years with my sister a couple years ago, and it absolutely was like a different feeling. Like, some people were really cool and not transactional, but like then you find one where I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this is a business. You're going to smile and pretend. Yeah, it's like a strip club. It's like, I'm not into those for the same reason, where it's like, I can't get over the fact that I know, like, you don't care about me and I know it. And there's nothing that I can do to convince myself to ignore that. It's too upfront.
Yeah. Especially when they have like a handler who's like, okay, move along.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. You got to go. That's small people, essentially. Ever tell you, I know it's not the time. I'll make it real quick. Angela Bettis, I went and saw, it was before I saw May. It was right when May was popular, right when it came out. And I walked into a Q&A and it was like 6 people and her. And fucking such a little cute girl. That's not my style, but like, she just seems so sweet. And I walked in and I was like, oh, it's this girl from the May movie I haven't seen. Fucking sat like right up front. Maybe a minute later, I'm like, yeah, this is boring. I got up and walked away. And to this day, I feel bad because there's no way I am not a story for that girl. Because she's fucking like, oh, I did a couple conventions and dude, I did this Q&A. A guy walks in, sits down, fucking basically gets right up and leaves. There's no way that I am not a memory for her. And it haunts me.
And you like May.
I love her. Because I saw May after and was like, oh, it's a fucking masterpiece. And she never came back. I never saw her again at a convention ever again. Because I wanted to be like, hey.
You ruined her experience.
I think I did. I think I directly influenced her never to go to conventions. So,
you
Halloween.
You bastard. And you like Toolbox Murders too.
It's nothing. I felt so bad. Yeah, I saw Toolbox Murders before anybody else. I saw it live. The first ever, I mean, maybe they did it in some theater in LA, but they brought Chicago and she was there drunk. So was Toby Hooper, and it was a great time, dude.
Yeah, she's like a horror mainstay. What a dick move.
I was like handsome back then. I probably could have had it. I don't know. It's a big regret. It could have been nice. I don't know. Either way, don't be like me.
Yeah. Don't never be like Lance.
No,
that's the story. That's the
I'm haunted by waters, huh? Haunted by waters.
One thing I do, I really like whether it's like Danielle Harris hanging out and Michael just like appearing behind the girl and that kind of stuff. I do really, I get a kick out of that, even though it's like, how does no one hear this like 6'5" brute just like walking around in boots?
Yeah, I mean it's during the ending where I think it's fine, where he's just sort of, he's curious, and I obviously there's some weird sexual thing about it too, where him watching his sister. So he does like kind of like he's like a dog. He's a dangerous dog, but he's curious about the women. So, there's a scene where I think they're chatting on the phone and Michael's just at the window. It's like stuff like that. Yeah. I'm cool with that. I mean, people watching through windows is a genuine thing that scares me. Because I don't know, I think I had a bad dream once where I looked out the window, so somebody staring, and now to this day, I don't keep a fucking curtain open ever.
Yeah, people that like leave their curtains open, especially at nighttime, are psychopaths. And
absolutely,
asking to get murdered.
100%. I would say they deserve it. To leave your curtain open is like saying, "Here I am, know where I'm at all times." Fools.
Here's a TV show of my life. Stare in at it. Gross.
It's funny, I want to say the zombie in the commentary was saying nobody stands behind Lindsay Wallace, and he was like, Michael gets to see the ending to the movie he was watching when he like was taken away. And I thought that was a really fun thing. I don't know if it's true or if I'm just making it up, but it's like that Michael is not concerned with the little girl because he's watching the TV and seeing the ending to the thing. I was like, I don't know. I like that. I find that to be a fun little movie fact.
Yeah, that's fun. I mean, I've always viewed it as like, why would Michael doesn't kill kids?
No, he's not. It's just not. He's not into it. But Zombie's like he had a reason for him to like be staring, and it's not because he doesn't care.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah,
yeah, it gives a little bit of a reason in terms of instead of just like, oh yeah, he's just lurking to lurk. Like no, he's
watching TV.
Yeah, he's like a curious dog.
He's watching TV. It's like, oh shit, holy! Andy gets out. Andy escapes from Shawshank Prison.
Oh my god! Could you imagine? You saw like fucking first like 85% of Shawshank, and then it's like it's the saddest movie ever. And
you kill a couple people, dude, and spend your whole life thinking that Dufresne is just never getting out, dude. Never getting out. No hope.
Watch it. You're like, oh my god, such a different movie. Even the Thing, because it's the remake, right?
No, I think it's the old one because it's like the black and white. Yeah, I don't think they could afford the Carpenter in this.
Yeah, it was probably intended to be the remake, and then they're like, we just gotta pay for a Thing from the other world or Thing from another world.
Surprised they didn't have Night of the Living Dead.
Oh my god! I mean, why not? That's a good callback. But also, it's a callback to the original film rather than the second film, so I guess I get it.
Yeah, it's true. And they're watching the Thing.
Yeah, it's what Lindsay's watching in the original. Which also, that little girl, dude, she fucking kills it at the table read as well.
She's great in this. Both the kids,
she's fantastic. Yeah,
I like Skylar Gisondo.
Yeah, he did a great job. And he's a little fucking 7-year-old in this or something. Like he's real small, little kid.
But the perfect kind of like sarcastic and like that. I like that. I like that kind of like that's the kid I was. I'm like, I was that kid.
Well, and you can tell too. He has clearly has like a crush on Lori, which I mean, I'm sure it's like little Skylar having a crush on Scout. That's the kind of which I think Rob 100%. Even implies during the commentary. It's like, yeah, it makes sense. You're a little kid. Like this is the girl that's playing your babysitter.
I think he said it in an interview recently. I saw a clip and I was like, I felt it was like really awkward because it's like, even if it's true at this, like, no, don't say it now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I had a crush on you. And she's like, you were a child. There's no like, I don't know. I'm just weird about stuff like that.
Dag said it.
Yes. Yeah, that I meant Dag. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah, Dag's the one that said it to her during like a podcast, which apparently that I didn't listen to it. Apparently that podcast was like real uncomfortable.
I mean, yeah.
He's a weird dude. Guy. He's like a rapper now.
I was gonna say he looks a little strange.
Yeah. He's very strange
I don't want to
guy.
talk shit, but yeah.
I went down a rabbit hole on his Instagram a couple years ago and was like, what the fuck is up with this kid now?
Oh, holy weird.
Dude,
I gotta pull it up.
Dude, he's the weirdest. Anyone that wants to like go like see some craziness, he does these like Instagram rap videos and they are insane. But also he was apparently in a Sabrina Carpenter music video recently. So that's kind of giving him a little bit of cachet now. So it's fucking hilarious though. These raps are, and he's been doing it for years. Like he had a rap. I can't remember what his rap name was, but yeah. Shout out to Dave Farrick.
White trash rapper, huh?
Yeah, and it's hilarious. I mean, it's the kind of thing he mentions too. One point he says something about how he ran into Rob at a Halloween screening in Hollywood or in LA somewhere, and Rob was just like, "Oh, hey, Dig," and just like moved on.
No. Yeah, I'm looking at this guy. I mean, Halloween seems to be like a big part, which I get. It was the movie you're in, but it's like, I don't know. I think there's a level of it's my personality, so I don't want to push this on people. But I think when you do things like this, something like this, you gotta play it cool. She's like, yeah, man, it was a good time. It was real fun. He seems like he's like holding on to it, and that always scares me because like that's not good. Yeah. Danielle Harris moved on. She did before this. She was doing Roseanne shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of thing where it's just like it is. sad in that, like, and I think about this with anything because sometimes people think it's like this is going to be my big break, where instead it's like, no, this is the one thing that you're going to do.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. So, I mean, that's the tough thing about the movie industry is that you just never know what's going to hit and what's sometimes people are, it's like, oh, this, I mean, we say it all the time. It's like, oh, this person's going to be massive or that person's going to do something, be huge or do something. And then it's like, they fucking do nothing. Like, we don't see them do much of anything.
Yeah. The best thing to do, you know, or the luckiest you can be is to get a big break, make some money, and still be hired for indie movies. I always think of Michael Shannon. I remember when Superman came out, I'm like, oh, this guy's going to just be in everything big. And then he went back to just, I mean, he did like obviously Ship of Water, though I think that's still a culty movie that just happened to do well. But then he just started making indie movies again. So it's like, oh, he's actually living life. It's like, that's what you got to do. Because, yeah, I mean, if not, like you said, the likelihood of you making it is it's like when somebody does a TV show. I always think about this. Anytime you're in a TV show that's super successful, that is all you'll ever do. You, almost never do you get more because you become that. You know, it's like, okay, Elaine from Seinfeld, she got Veep. That's awesome. Yeah. And Mary, I can't think of her name. I want to say Mary Louis Dreyfus, but I feel like I'm messing that up. Yeah, I'm mixing two things up. But same thing, where it's like everybody else from from Seinfeld is that's what they do. So you take the check. I mean, Friends. I mean, I guess Jennifer Aniston's the only one, but like everybody else in that did a couple things, and that's what they do. So I feel like I hope Dag made some money, but I feel like he probably didn't.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I assume he does conventions, just like because like Scout and Danielle are at damn near every convention. So I assume that's a similar thing with him, maybe. But I genuinely, I don't fucking know. He was also a Bay Area kid, so it's like I would assume that his parents had some money if you're able to live in the Bay Area. No,
he's a Bay Area kid. He's fine. Yeah, he's fine. He's rapping. That's always his successful venture.
Yeah, he's rapping. He's living his life as a rapper. Good on him. I wish I could live my life as a rapper and live comfortably. Make Instagram videos, fucking rapping in front of the camera, not feeling any sense of embarrassment.
No, I don't
have
think
that in me at all.
I don't know if my rhyme schemes are up to par. No, yeah, I'm too in my own head. I just want to make music and listen to it. That's all. I don't give a shit. You're like, I want to be famous. I want a career. It's like, no, I actually want to just be on the TV show that has reruns and get paid. That's it.
Yeah,
go to the beach.
There's that quote from who the fuck was it? Someone was like, I want fame and money. It's like, just try money first. It's like, fame sucks.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine getting? And I think we're the same way. Let's keep it on Halloween. Let's say I'm walking around. Let's say we're to see Daniel Harris or Scott Taylor Compton or Malcolm McDowell or any of these people. In my head, I'd be like, that's awesome. And I would keep fucking walking. Because in my head, I'm thinking, they've been bothered before, they've been bothered today. And it's like, they're just probably trying to get to point A to point B. And in the best case scenario, they'll be nice. But there's going to be that little twinkle in their eye that I'll be able to see that maybe some people can't. Where it's like, dude. And it's like, I don't want to be that guy. So
if I saw Malcolm, I'd be like, hey, I talked to you. Do you remember me? And he'd be like, no.
I was gonna say, that's the worst thing you could say. Do you remember me?
No, not at all. But though, bring him back of like, he is very much like always going for a joke. Always. Like that man is one of the funniest, most just like clearly wants to just make people laugh that I've ever experienced.
That's good. And he seems pretty open to like, he seems like one of the actors that he does it for the paycheck, but is not pretending it's, you know, like I feel like there's a certain level of paycheck acting where you take it, but you're embarrassed, or you take it and you want to admit it. He seems like the kind of guy that's like, I'd fund that dumb movie. Yeah, it made me some money. He seems like that guy where I'm like, I really like that. Keith David, when I talked to him once, was like, no, it paid. So I took the job. And I was like, you know what? I appreciate that. You're basically saying they needed me. I showed up. I did my job. I did it well. And I went home. And I kind of like that honesty, because you don't get that a lot. There's a lot of ego in this business. And people are always talking about making art where it's like Malcolm McDowell seems like the kind of guy that'd be like, it was kind of stupid, but I had a good time.
Dude, shout out to Keith David. He was also in the new season of King of the Hill and like fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I wish more though. My only issue is I feel like we didn't get enough Keith David, but I'm glad that he was in there. Yeah.
I think that's the case with all of the new characters on that show. Cause it's like, you never know if like you introduce new characters, like you don't want them to take up too much time. And then like every new character that they introduced on that was fucking amazing. Like they introduced that one like super liberal and hippie girl. And like the consensus online is like, this girl is fucking amazing. They need to bring her back. This is fucking great.
Oh, the one that takes a shit on that owner's
Jerry
desk.
Jones's desk. Oh, anyone that hasn't watched the new season of King of the Hill, do yourself a favor. I'm literally wearing a King of the Hill shirt right now.
Oh, which I didn't even notice. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm a bad friend.
I think King of the Hill's the best. All right, ending of Halloween. It is weird that it kind of has like the ending and then like the false ending. Like there's two endings.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. I like it because this is more traditional. You know, like he saves her. He's like, was that the boogeyman? Which again, that line is, I think it's delivered well. I really do. Though this isn't the boogeyman. So that to me is like, we haven't established that as the boogeyman. So it doesn't really work, but whatever. But again, I like the fact that like the Jason Voorhees he breaks her the fucking car and then they have like a struggle in the house. And maybe just because I like the damage, I'm okay with it. Though I remember reading a lot of people hating it online because it's, you know, shaky cam. It's, you don't really understand the geography of it, but I don't know. I think it's fun, man. I mean, I'm going to say this: him falling out of the window or the balcony with her, and her shooting him in the fucking face. I think that's actually one of the best endings. I'm very open about two things: complete and utter fucking losing it, and blood splatter. And I get both here. I like that she shoots him. She gets soaked into the face, and just fucking like something switches, and she just loses. I don't know. I think that's a beautiful ending.
I think one of the favorite things that I found out from that commentary, because I watched this with my girlfriend and we both were laughing our asses off at when Michael comes through the fucking window, the cop car at first, and Malcolm McDowell's, oh shit, and to find out that the zombie used that because they legit terrified Malcolm on that take of like, that's why it sounds so much like just fucking him, because it is just him reacting to it. Like it's so funny. It's so fun. I'll throw it in here because it cracks me up so much.
You are forgetting the best part, though, is that zombie kind of seemed annoyed because he's like, I'm surprised because it wasn't a trick. We told him this is like a third take. Like, it was one of those things where he was like, I don't understand why I got such a reaction. I was like, that's cool. That's cool that Malcolm was just kind of bullshitting and like probably like having a good time. We're just like,
Yeah. I mean, and I like Scout getting dragged out of that is really cool. Though, did you notice it makes no fucking sense of like they cut out something of like, Michael just like kind of teleports into the house. He's dragging her up, but it's just like boom into the house, bam. They get up there so fucking quickly that suddenly it's like Malcolm is talking to Michael and they're fucking already in the house.
I mean, he's a giant. He has long steps. I think you're forgetting. Tall people move faster, buddy.
I'm 6'1".
That's the issue here.
I'm 6'1". I know. It's just like you just turn your fucking corner and that's something.
I'm sorry. Should I look up Taylor Mine's height? You're 6'1". This guy has to be like 7 foot, dude. Let's see.
He's like 6. He's 6'5".
He's Canadian?
You said already. Kevin Foray is 6'5". I'd have someone the same height.
He's 6'9".
Bullshit. That's a lie.
Says 6'9". I don't know. He's from.
A lie. That's
oh my god! I love this
that's
town.
Wrestling height.
Saskatoon.
Yeah, Saskatoon.
Dude, that's hilarious. He's from Saskatoon. I love that. Hey man, it says 6'9". I'm just saying 6'9".
He also came from the wrestling world, so I don't know if I believe.
I feel like you're throwing shade at Mr. Tyler Mane. He's just trying to live his life, man. You're telling this poor guy that he's not as tall. He's 50 years old too. That makes me feel old because this is Sabretooth from the OG Fox.
Yeah, which oddly enough,
X-Men.
I just watched the other night.
It's been a while. I've always had a soft spot for the first two, though I have not seen them in a very long time because I'm not like the biggest superhero guy, so I don't want to go back and like them less because those were the first ones I ever saw. I remember seeing it. I think in Georgia the day of first X-Men movie came out. I saw it in theaters, so it's like I don't know. I don't want to watch them and find them corny. I'm gonna hold it right here. in my heart.
Yeah. They're pretty corny, but it's interesting just because to see the difference in how comic book movies are made now versus then, because it's like it literally starts off Holocaust, World War II.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're in a different time. This is saying 6'7", so
I'm just saying the guy has a wide step. That's all.
They just get up there very, very quick. And then I feel like it's a very weird, like, oh, she's trying to run from Michael again. Didn't we just do this? Like, it just feels like they just repeated the same scene twice of like, I don't need that. Yeah. I literally get to the point where I was just like, okay, is this movie over yet? Like, I'm done with this. Let's just get to, like, I would do a cut that then just like gets rid of the whole.
Well, okay, hold on. Let's do this. How about what you do is it's kind of hard because he should be dragged in and then have the entire, escape in there. But she wakes up in the basement, so it's kind of tough. Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, fair enough. I guess
seemingly killing off Loomis, where it's just like I don't need that.
Which I swear in the theatrical cut, I remember him dying. I could be wrong. It's been a very long time. My memory was that they killed Loomis, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty ballsy."
Yeah, I feel like Loomis and Annie both die in the theatrical,
right? Or they're not, at least in this version, they go out of their way to like let you know that they might be, like there might be something. But even if it wasn't completely concrete, I do remember them at least not being so direct to them being alive, and that's my memory. But again, it's been is it 18 years? This movie came out 18 years ago, dude.
Yeah. Welcome to being old.
I just got depressed.
Dude, it's been 7 years since fucking David Gordon Green Halloween. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
He won't be dead soon. But either way, her shooting him in the face, I love, because I think it's a great scene. I love it. I've always loved it. I love that cuts to black. Everything about that. That's kind of the only issue I have is it should have had like a fun oldie song. Like this should have been like shoot him, blood, scream. She fucking freaks out, cuts to black. Then she'd been like bum 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 Mr. Sandman. Like then I would have been like
100%. Or it should have been a Rob Zombie song. I'm just kidding.
Well,
good for him showing restraint though. Of like he doesn't really use his own music, which I appreciate.
I mean, he did a good cover of Brick House and House of 1,000 Corpses. No, it's a brick.
Is that
house. Really? Yeah. Oh, fuck you. Come on. You know that.
I did not realize.
No?
No.
I'm assuming you haven't seen House of 1,000 Corpses in a long time, huh?
Yeah, it's probably been fucking a decade at least. Not much. I don't revisit Rob Zombie stuff much.
Well, it's good. We'll do a Rob Zombie extravaganza. I wouldn't do that to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I wouldn't do that to you.
The extravaganzas that I actually have listed for us are like we actually have a bunch of good stuff. So the pure fact that you're like
Rob Zombie at the top.
Yeah, you're like, oh, let's do Rob Zombie. I'm trying to literally pull them up so that I can.
Well, one, you should know about the tone of my voice. I was being sarcastic. Regardless, I would never ask you to do that.
Sam Raimi, Tarantino, David Fincher, Steven Spielberg, Mike Flanagan, Wes Craven, Keanu Reeves, George A. Romero, Brian De Palma. I'm not adding Rob Zombie to that list. And yes, I know you're being
Rob Zombie
facetious.
I'm a bit facetious. Yeah, great ending. Loved it. Funny, because I actually, after watching this, I actually think I moved it up on my list. I had such a good time. I was like, oh, looks like I'm going to rate this higher. Looks like during our ranking episode, I'm going to put Halloween 2007.
Like copper plate, bold font. I know because I have that font and I've used it several times.
Is that we talking shit about the font now?
Yeah, copper plate font, and then
that's a fine font. It's a fine font.
The shots of all the stuff they shot during pre-production of like Daig and Sherry that just like is intercut between.
Yeah, it's nice. Home movies. It's charming. It's fun. And the theme, it's funny because I think the only thing that I can't really think of an opinion on is I think the theme is actually too safe. Like, at the last like four versions of Halloween we've watched, I feel like they've updated, tweaked, and like kind of made the theme their own. This is actually a pretty faithful rendition. I didn't know what to think of it. I'm like, oh,
I think
okay.
it's just the Carpenter one.
Is it?
'Cause they
No
just-
fucking way. Really? It seemed a little new. It did seem a little just less.
I mean, unless
synthy.
Tyler Bates updated it, but which could be the case. Which
I mean, they always
we
update
found
it.
out in our Dawn of the Dead commentary track that Tyler Bates' first horror film was Dawn of the Dead, so would only been 3 years before this, and now he's doing.
I feel like it's slightly different. I don't know though. I mean, I didn't hate it, and so I guess that's important. I didn't hate it.
I mean, it could very well it just says Halloween theme by John Carpenter, so it could easily just be them giving credit that then Tyler Bates did the.
Right. I mean, I feel like I would know, but I don't know. I guess it's hard to say. It's
Tyler
hard to
Bates.
say.
Sorry. Yeah, I can't. I'd have to listen to all of these back to back because it's like that's so hard. Like they all sound the same to me outside of 6. Like and like so many of them, like that one is obviously a big difference. But like no, especially before we do the ranking, I'm just gonna have to like make a compilation that we can listen to.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you make that comp, send it my way, please. It would really help because I could do it, but it's gonna be tough. Yeah, I agree. That needs more sliding guitar for sure. For sure.
What would you rate Halloween out of 4?
Fuck. 3.5, I think. I was thinking 3 or 3.5. I think 3.5. I had a really good time with this.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
I absolutely am. Listen, Daniel Harris is great. I had such a crush on Scott Taylor Compton, though it made me very uncomfortable to realize while watching the commentary she was 17 and turned 18. This entire time, I just assumed she was like a year younger than me. Yeah, I don't know. This was polished zombie. I was actually very impressed with this. This was coming off Devils and House, and this was like him at his peak, man. So I had a great time. Don't get the hate, but I do understand it. Or I should say I don't agree with the hate, but I do understand it. So did you say 3 as well? 3. Okay. Tyler's 3. Awesome.
2 stars. That is being generous. I don't hate this stuff. Like it's whatever. Like there's a lot of shit that annoys me about this, but it did give me the Michael Lives documentary, which is one of the better docs that's out there. Very well done. Anyone that likes this movie, or if you don't like it, like me, because before seeing that doc and listening to the commentary too, I guess this would have been probably like a 1, but that helped me gain some appreciation and stuff that I enjoy for it. So it's fine. It's fine. Fucking 2 stars. All right. Next week is my least favorite film of this whole fucking franchise outside of maybe Halloween Ends. We'll see. This is the one that I'm not looking forward to in any way. We're getting into Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Awesome.
Boo.
I'm excited. I'm real excited. We have a sequel because you and me did an episode in this when we had our podcast show for Joe Blow Horror Originals on the Air on the Head Show Network. Lasted maybe a year.
We did fucking talk about this
we
already.
Did it. It never was a lost episode. We did it, and then it never aired. Then we right when the channel was ending, we threw it out there.
We're both wearing Freddy Krueger outfits because it was our Halloween special.
Yeah, but that became lost. Yeah, it was good. So I guess that'll. I'm curious how it's going to go because that was many years ago. Many years ago.
It's going to go very similar because I still hate that movie. So that's all I could think of a lot of the times I was watching this one. But all right, that's really all. Thank you guys so much for listening. You can make sure to listen to us on Patreon. We have 2 bonus episodes a month. We have a merch store, threadless.needlesslynostalgic.com. I think that's what it is. So either needlesslynostalgic.threadless.com, one or the other. Then follow us on Instagram. We have a bunch of stuff on there. And I just learned how to add links to our stories that actually link to the podcast episode. So look forward to that. I'm going to be taking advantage of actually being able to use links again. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. We will see you in the next one. Goodbye.